Let's take a look at this chemistry question. A compound has 40% of carbon, 6.72% hydrogen, and 53.28% oxygen with a relative molecular mass of 180. Find the molecular formula. Very easy question. Before we find the molecular formula, we have to find the empirical formula. With the empirical formula, we'll be able to find the molecular formula. Now, what is the empirical formula? Empirical formula shows the simplest whole number ratio of an atom in a compound. Whole number ratio of an atom in a compound. Now, how do we find the empirical formula? We list out the symbols of each element in this question. We have carbon, hydrogen, and what? Oxygen. After that, bring out the percentage. 40, 6.72, 53.28. Because we are trying to look for the moles of each element in this compound. We are trying to convert it to moles. Now, how do we convert to moles? By dividing by their atomic masses. Now, what is the atomic mass of carbon? 12. Hydrogen, 1. Oxygen, 16. Now, when we divide by the atomic masses, 12, 1, 16, we'll be able to get the moles of each element. Now, 40 divided by 12 will give me what? 3.33. 6.72 divided by 1. 6.72. Why oxygen 53.28 divided by 16 give me what? 3.33. Now, after converting, because this is the mole. Now that we have gotten the mole, you now divide by the smallest mole. Now, which one is the smallest mole? 3.33. Divide every other side with the smallest mole. 3.33 divided by 3.33 divided by 3.33. Now, when we divide this, 3.3 divided by 3.33 will give me 1 ratio. This one will give me 2 ratio 1. You can see that these ratios are in their smallest whole number ratio. You see them, nothing can divide them. Therefore, empirical formula is equals to CHO. Now, how many atoms of carbon do we have? 1. Don't have to put it. 2. You put it. Oxygen, you don't have to put it because you still know that it's 1. That means our empirical formula is CH2O. Now that we have gotten the empirical formula, this is not the question. We have to find the molecular formula. Now that we have gotten the empirical formula, it will be easier for us to get. Now, what is molecular formula? Molecular formula shows the actual number of atoms. The actual number, not the simplest whole number ratio. The actual numbers of each atom of element in the compound. Now, formula for molecular formula is equals to, the formula is what? N open bracket, empirical formula, close bracket, MR. This MR stands for what? Relative molecular mass. Now, N open bracket, what is the empirical formula? CH2O. The relative molecular mass is what? 180. Now, what do we do to this empirical formula? We will find the mass of the empirical formula. That's the atomic mass. Now, the atomic mass of carbon is what? 12. And we are given 1 atom of carbon. That is 12 times 1. Give me what? 12. Plus, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. And we are given 2 atoms of hydrogen. 1 times 2 gives me 2. The atomic mass of oxygen is 1. Now, 1 times 16. The atomic mass of oxygen is 16. And we are given 1 atom of oxygen. That is 1 times 16. Give me 16 equals to 180. Now, N open by that number of moles. 12 plus B is 14. 14 plus 16, give me what? 30 equals to 180. Now, how do we make N? How do we get N? Divide both sides by 30. Divide both sides by 30. 30 cancel 30. N is equals to 0 cancel 0. 3 here 1. 318C, that means the number of mole is what? 6. Therefore, molecular formula is equals to CH2O close bracket open bracket 6. Now the final molecular formula will be, how many atoms of carbon do we have? 1. 1 times 6 will give me 6 atoms. 2 atoms of hydrogen, 2 times 6 will give me what? 12. 1 atom of oxygen, 1 times 6 will give me what? 6. Now what is this? A molecular formula is for what? Is for glucose. That means the molecular formula for this question is what? C6H12O6, which is what? Glucose. Please like, comment and share.